The history of world records has seen some fascinating things done by average people. Record books, television shows or just small local stories have shown folks wanting to do something special. One of the more intriguing records features food history. Many people will attempt to create the world's biggest food for a specific meal or food item. There have been many fictional instances of television show episodes where the characters attempt to set a record for a specific food. The overall theme usually leads to humor, but it shows how relatable it is to want to be a part of something special when it comes to absurdly large food. Welcome to our channel. This is World 101. There are real instances of almost every food having a wild record for the largest size ever made. The global celebration of different types of foods have seen all kinds of meals used for the fun projects. People who hold the record range from companies setting out to make history, communities working together, and even a few instances of luck coming into play. We will look at all the stories of the historic foods being made and finding their way into the record books. The foods here truly are larger than life when looking at the overall size. These are 20 of the world's biggest foods and the stories behind them. Number 20. Cupcake. Detroit is the place where the record was set for the world's largest cupcake. One part of the appeal for cupcakes is that they are easy to hold and carry while consuming. However, there is temptation for larger cupcakes that push the envelope. This one does seem out of reach for those wanting to enjoy it. Mering Bakery and Gourmet Gift Basket worked together to create this cupcake. It weighed over 1,200 pounds and took 1,000 eggs to make. The pink decoration was done for Breast Cancer Awareness Month as part of a charity auction. Small portions of the cupcake were auctioned off with all the proceeds going to charity. Number 19. Hamburger. Burgers are food items which consumers prefer on the larger side. The idea of a huge burger is fun, and it comes at a great value when ordering at a restaurant. However, there's one historic burger that stands above the rest and will intimidate you with one glance at it. The world record for the biggest burger was set in California back in 2011. It featured 600 pounds of meat, over 100 pounds of the bun, and 12 pounds of the fixings. The burger was introduced at the Alameda County Fair to set a record. One look at this burger and you won't demand the biggest one on a menu anytime soon. Number 18. Gingerbread House. One food record creation that we can relate to more than others is a gingerbread house. Many people try to experiment with gingerbread creations in different forms. Gingerbread shaped in the form of people or houses are the most common. Texas was the home of the largest gingerbread house ever created. The final product featured a 20 square feet gingerbread house that was as large as a tennis court. There was a total of 36 million calories in the food used to make such a house. Don't let this astonishing record take away from the pride in your gingerbread house that can fit on the dinner table. Number 17. Pizza. Many television episodes centered on breaking a world record sees characters try to make the world's largest pizza. The real-life instance of this happening saw this take place in Rome, Italy. Why are we not surprised? In 2012, the record pizza men of Nip Food Industries made a pizza that stood above the rest. The pizza, named Ottavia after the Roman Emperor Octavian Augustus, was 40 meters in diameter, with over 9,000 kilos of gluten-free flour. It took thousands of pounds of cheese, flour and tomato puree to make up the pizza. Ottavia still holds the crown as the world's largest pizza as of this writing. Number 16. Chocolate bar. Chocolate bars stand out as among the most beloved snacks available in the world today. It only made sense that someone would have the goal of making the world's largest chocolate bar to set a record. Grand Candy is an Armenian chocolate factory responsible for creating the chocolate bar. 2010 was the year this chocolate bar was created to set the record at almost 10,000 pounds. Guinness Book of World Records measured it as 224 inches long. The chocolate bar was made of 70% cocoa. It was divided and shared in the city to celebrate the achievement. The record-breaking chocolate bar was certainly a sight to behold. Number 15. Bowl of noodles. Noodles have become a popular dish with people all over the world opting to go for it over other common dishes at restaurants. The United States has seen ramen become a top option with restaurants expanding in recent years. 2018 featured the biggest bowl of noodles, becoming a world record to continue the trend. Vietnamese company Vifan set the record for largest bowl of noodles at almost 3,000 pounds. The noodle of choice was beef pho, and it took a team effort. Over 50 different chefs worked on the item, and it served over 2,000 people. Pho is currently the noodle of choice in the record books. Number 14. Lasagna. Lasagna is among the most popular dishes served in restaurants specializing in Italy's food, but you won't get a serving size as large as this one anywhere. A Polish restaurant embarked on a difficult task to create the largest lasagna dish in the world and broke the record to accomplish their goal. The lasagna weighed 5+ tons and took over 10 hours bake. An approximate of over 10,000 servings came from the lasagna to those showing up for the event. The colorful image shows an impressive visual that came from the inception of a historic lasagna. It's harder to find a more intimidating pasta dish than this one. Number 13. Block of cheese. The largest cheese sculpture record was achieved in Los Angeles by the Melt back in 2015. A cheese carver created a giant block of cheese shaped in a cheeseburger. It was done specifically to celebrate National Cheeseburger Day in a creative fashion. The block of cheese weighed over 1,500 pounds and was measured at 45 inches tall. It takes another level of talent to get this record compared to the others. The carving saw the cheeseburger look like a piece of art rather than just another huge food. There was even more heart put into this project to set a record. Number 12. Nachos. Kansas is the home of the record for the largest serving of nachos in the world. Many people work together at Kansas relays with the intent of setting a record for the record books. They succeeded by making the largest serving to ever exist in the world. The nachos serving size was measured at 80 foot long, with over 4,500 pounds of chips, cheese, beef and pico de gallo sauce. Everyone in attendance received a large serving size of the snack, but the overall visual was the main takeaway from the day. Nachos are a favorite snack for most folks, and these Kansas residents took it to the next level. Number 11. Cinnamon roll. There are few sweet treats as delicious and fulfilling as a great cinnamon roll. Most of us prefer cinnamon rolls for the ease of holding it in your hand and finishing within a few bites. 2018 featured a Texas group working together to set the record for the largest cinnamon roll of all time. The cinnamon roll ended up at well over 1,000 pounds of weight. This record saw it almost double the size of the former record holder. This is more proof that everything is bigger in Texas, especially when it comes to setting world records with sweet foods. Number 10. Omelette. The world's largest omelette took a large group of chefs working together to find their way into the record books. Portugal was the place where this record was set as a staff of 55 people worked very hard to get this omelette done in 6 hours. The omelette weighed a whopping 14,225 pounds at the end of the preparation. A total of 145,000 eggs, 880 pounds of oil and 220 pounds of butter were each an important part of the omelette taking form. This record was set back in 2012 at a festival and shows no signs of being broken anytime soon. Number 9. Fruit salad. A college decided to work together to break a unique world record. UMass felt fruit salad was the right food to tackle when looking to make the record books for such a feat. The students and staff of over 500 volunteers united to put together such an incredible amount of fruit salad. Everyone cut, diced and pitted over 15,000 pounds of fruit. The hard work resulted in the record being set as the fruit salad weighed over 11,000 pounds at the end of the project. It made the Guinness Book of World Records and seems like a difficult record to pass. Number 8. Spring roll. The spring roll is viewed as a smaller appetizer meant to eat before a larger portion size. However, a group of chefs decided to take that to another level when setting the record for the largest spring roll ever created. This took place in Indonesia to celebrate the 25th anniversary of Semarang restaurant. 285 chefs worked to get the final product of setting the record. The spring roll was measured at over 1,500 feet long. Spring rolls can be a tricky food to make at such a large size. The chefs responsible for this masterpiece truly earned their spot in the record books. Number 7. Pancake. The work that went into the world's largest pancake shows just how important it was to those contributing to it. This record has been the top for the world's biggest pancake for over 2 decades now. It was set back in 1994 in the United Kingdom. The pancake weighed over 6,600 pounds as a record no one has been able to top yet. Another amazing stat saw it measured at nearly 50 feet in diameter. It takes a special record to last this long without getting passed by, and the world's largest pancake is one that stood the test of time. Number 6. Pumpkin pie. Thanksgiving often sees pumpkin pies become a top seller as the main dessert choice for an important family dinner. A large group of chefs broke their own record when creating the largest pumpkin pie of all time for a second time in 2010. This pumpkin pie weighed in at an impressive 3,700 pounds. It was done as part of the Ohio celebration of New Bremen Pumpkinfest. The attraction brought in many folks wanting to witness the history before the pie was officially crowned the all-time largest one by the folks of Guinness World Records. The pumpkin measured 20 feet in diameter for an impressive achievement. Number 5. Sushi Roll. 2018 featured a few record-breaking foods being made, but one of the most impressive ones was the Sushi Roll. A cruise was the home of this feat to celebrate International Sushi Day. Holland America Line celebrated the day by creating a sushi roll that measured at nearly 50 feet tall before wrapping and 100 pounds. The food and beverage aficionado cruise in Norway saw chef Andy Matsuda developing the record-breaking sushi roll that members of the cruise got to take in. Huge totals of crab, salmon, shrimp, tuna, red onion, radish, cucumber and a few other foods were used to create the roll. It achieved the goal of the largest sushi roll ever made. Number 4. Ice cream cake. A delicious ice cream cake is almost unbeatable when comparing to dessert treats, especially when celebrating a birthday or special event. This specific ice cream cake came in the form of a project led by a graduate school professor in Toronto, Canada. Chemical engineering and applied chemistry students at the University of Toronto worked together to break the record of the largest ice cream cake ever made. It measured at over 15 feet long and weighed in at an incredible 20,000 pounds. We can barely finish a standard ice cream cake before melting, but this group managed to finish making an enormous one without the issue dooming them. Number 3. Chicken nugget. McDonald's is known for selling many chicken nuggets that people try to finish as many of in one sitting. There is a more impressive world record when it comes to chicken nuggets in the form of the all-time largest one created. Empire Kosher Poultry set the record with a nugget weighing over 50 pounds. It was unveiled at a New Jersey trade show back in 2013. The all-time biggest chicken nugget was estimated as the equivalent to 700 plus normal nuggets. A 500-gallon deep fryer was needed to make this bad boy in under an hour of cooking time. We'll just stick with the 20-piece McDonald's Nuggets special when we want to eat too many nuggets. Number 2. Cheesecake. Cheesecake is another extremely popular dessert that many people worked on to find their way into the record breaks when making. The world's largest cheesecake was created back in 2013 in Lowville, New York. There was a special theme involved as a cream cheese festival was the place where this massive cheesecake was introduced to the world. It weighed in at an insane 6,900 pounds. Philadelphia Cream Cheese decided to work on this project to make history. The cheesecake was large enough for nearly 25,000 servings as a finished product. This is more cheesecake than any household needs in their entire lifetime.
Before we continue, make sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our new videos.
Number 1. Cookie. North Carolina is the home of the world's biggest cookie, as they worked extremely hard to make this giant project. The chocolate chip cookie was the flavor of choice when creating the cookie. Immaculate Baking Company started the project with many chefs and volunteers getting involved to make history. The cookie ended up weighing over 40,000 pounds with a diameter of over 100 feet. It took a lot of work, dedication and imagination to execute this idea. Guinness World Records honored them by adding them to the history books, and there's a slim chance of it being surpassed anytime soon.
Thanks for watching. For more interesting videos, please subscribe to our channel.